Hello YouTube and welcome to another GV anime review. Today I am reviewing a sequel that I didn't expect to come, being the second season of Hibike Euphonium. After the first season, I didn't expect this anime to get a second season, but it seems that I underestimated the popularity of it. Not that I was complaining, however, every anime about classical music gets my approval and is a definite watch, and so was Hibike Euphonium too. The story of the second season starts where the first season left off. The band focuses on upcoming competitions as they try to qualify for the nationals. But along the way to those nationals, some old wounds are bound to be opened again. Let's first talk about the story. I found the story of this second season better than the one from the first season. This story was more diverse. In the first season, we almost completely focused on the preparation for the competition, whilst here the story went broader than that. Here, the preparation for the competitions was more like a framework where all the different storylines were hung upon. The first arc about Yoroizeka was already a good opener to then proceed into the main arc about Asuka, which was a great written arc, with then the story about Kumiko's sister intertwined in between all of that. How we finally got to know more about the mysterious Asuka and how it solved one of the biggest questions in this anime, being what happened the year before, was very well written. Also, the end of the anime was of high quality. It delivered this sour happiness, a mixture between happiness and looking forward to the future and the sad feeling of parting ways between characters. So overall, I must say that the story of this second season was very well written. Next up, the main focus of this anime being the music. The music was, as in the first season, absolutely beautiful, and I greatly respect animes that use a lot of classical music because it is so much work to get it done. You have to gather a full orchestra, learn all those pieces with all those people, record all those pieces, which requires a lot of equipment, I can guarantee you that. And what's maybe the most difficult is that this orchestra also has to play these pieces badly. Because when the band in the anime first learns a new piece, it can't sound perfect. There have to be errors. So imagine how difficult it must be to purposely play a piece bad. Then the scenes where the music took the foreground were very strong and beautiful. A few times in this anime we get a scene of a few minutes long where we only see and hear the band perform a piece. The way how that was done, together with the astounding animation, made those scenes absolute diamonds. However, I want to say one thing that bothered me, which was, why did they skip the final performance? It felt as such a cockblock to skip the performance that this season worked towards. But besides that, the music was absolutely astounding. This anime made me appreciate harmonic music more, since I am mostly a symphonic guy. But now I listen more to concert band music than before. And the final positive point is, as in the first season, the gorgeous animation. This was again KyoAni at its best. The animation of the instruments during the music scenes, the water animation, and the animation at the end of episode 4 were absolute eyegasms, and I love KyoAni for this. My first negative point is also one that I mentioned in my review of the first season. I still have no idea why Midori and Haruki are considered main characters. In this season, they were even less present than in the first, and again, they have absolutely no influence on the story. As I said in my review of season 1, they are side characters at best. Something that I looked forward to in this sequel was the potential lesbian relationship between Kumiko and Reina. The first season already hinted at a lesbian relationship between the two of them, but never really developed in that direction. So I hoped that this second season would, but unfortunately it didn't. On the contrary, I felt that after this sequel, the chance for a lesbian relationship has become smaller, which was a shame. In the first season, the potential relationship between them was displayed in a very mature way, which is quite rare for an anime using Yuri. But unfortunately, the lesbian relationship didn't happen. And my final negative point is that I was looking forward to seeing Asuka's father and to see that confrontation between them at the end of that arc. But we never got to see her father, which was a bit of a missed chance. Just like the first season, the anime missed a few chances to become really interesting, and this was one of them. So as a conclusion, in my opinion, this second season was better than the first. The wider story, the gorgeous animation and the breathtaking music made Hibike Euphonium 2 a real treat to watch in the past fall season. I rated the first season at 3 out of 5 stars, but Hibike Euphonium gets a well-deserved rating of 4 out of 5 stars. If you love classical music as much as I do, then you will love the Hibike Euphonium series, so go give it a watch. And if you have watched those and want more music related animes, then definitely go watch Nodami Cantabile, which focuses more on symphonic music. There are 3 seasons of that to watch. And even more definitely, watch Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso or Your Lie in April. Both these animes stand in my personal top 10 animes, so I can vouch for them, especially for Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, which is still an absolute masterpiece and the best anime that I ever had the pleasure to follow seasonal. And with that I conclude my review of Hibike Euphonium 2. As usual, I can find the full list of all my animes and reviews over at Anime Planet. As usual, I will put a link in the description box down below. Now if you want me to review a particular anime from this list, please put it in the comments. Also, if you have a recommendation for me, put it in the comments as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, visit me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and subscribe to this channel for more reviews in the future. Then I will say arigatou gozaimasu and I will see you all in the next video.